Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. In this series, we're going to be taking on what has come to be known as the Masochist Challenge. In this challenge, we have to build a deck based on cards that we pull from the Master Pack. Every time we win a duel, we will be able to purchase one of these packs to see what cards we get to possibly add to our deck. We will also be able to pull from the Legacy Pack. Anytime we collect a Legacy ticket, we'll be able to pull from this pack as well. Unfortunately, we will not be able to buy structure decks to help us or pull from secret packs that are unlocked when you pull certain ultra rare and secret rare cards. We will not be able to do this. All credit for this challenge is going to go to the YouTuber Simo, who came up with this idea. The whole point was to build a deck with random cards and see how far you can climb the rank system in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And with all of this out of the way, let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Masochist Challenge. Last time we left off on a win, so we do get to pull a Master Pack that we've saved for the beginning of this episode. So let's pull it right now, see what we get. This is going to be really good or really bad for our deck. By really bad, I mean if we don't pull anything good, then we don't pull anything. But alright, Spy Gal Misty. If this card is normal or special summon, you can declare one card type, monster, spell, or trap. Reveal the top card of your opponent's deck, and if you do, draw one card if it is a card of that type once per turn. During either player's turn, you can target one Spiral Super Agent you control and one monster your opponent controls. Return both of those to the hand. Interesting. The first part of this, it's like we could potentially draw a card. More times than not, you probably just declare monster and you could do that. Um, I don't think we add this to our deck really because I mean we could. It's a potential free draw that we could. We'll see. We'll see. Um, let's go to the next card. Mana Dragon. Okay. Level 6. If a spell or trap card you control leaves the field because an opponent's card effect and is now in your graveyard or banished, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your graveyard if it was there when that spell or trap card left, or hand even if not. Then you can set one spell or trap that is banished or in your graveyard to your spell or trap zone. You can use the effect of Mana Dragon once per turn. If summoned this way, banish this card when it leaves the field. Okay, if we build a dragon deck at some point, we would definitely put this in because it's not terrible. It's a way to recycle like a spell or trap. Um, interesting, interesting card, I guess. But I don't think we're definitely not going to put it in right now. Ooh, two monsters with different names. We actually have a link monster we can utilize. This is good. Um, While this card points to a monster, your opponent's monsters cannot target this card for attack. While this card points to a monster, your opponent's monsters cannot target this card for attacks. Okay. If a monster this card points to is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one level 4 or lower insect monster from your hand or graveyard, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use the effects of this once per turn. We're playing this. It's a link monster. It's something that we can special summon. The second part of this effect, I'm debating. We'll put it in our extra deck because we can use it, but will we summon it is another question, I guess. Predaplant. Oh, our second Predaplant card. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. After the damage calculation, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can destroy that opponent's monster. If this card is destroyed by battle or if this card on the field is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can add one Preda card from your deck to your hand, except this. You can only use this once per turn. We might play this. We might play this because it is a way to stop our opponent from hitting us with direct damage, and then again basically a way to pop that monster that destroys that if they decide to continue attacking. We are playing this. This is a great out for our deck. Trickstar, we don't have Trickstar stuff. I'm not even gonna waste time reading that. Danger Thunderbird. Oh, we've got a danger card. This is great. You can reveal this card in your hand. Your opponent randomly chooses one card from your entire hand, then you discard the chosen card. Then, if the discarded card was not Danger Thunderbird, special summon one Danger Thunderbird from your hand. And if you do, draw one card. If this card is discarded, you can target one set card your opponent controls, destroy it. You can only use the effect of Danger Thunderbird once per turn. We're probably going to play this. Dangers are a good engine. This is either a great way to get a big attack monster on the field and draw a card, or potentially pop one of our opponent's set back rows that we're scared of. So we got some potential edits. I don't know. I might start crafting another deck apart from the one that we're using to see like a different strategy that we could go with. So Silver Gadget. When this card is normal special summon, you special summon one level 4 or lower or level 4 machine monster from your hand. Okay, yeah, it has to be a level 4. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one level 4 gadget monster from your deck, except Silver Gadget, and you can use this once per turn and only once per turn. We're starting to pick up quite a few machine cards. We could possibly run a machine deck. And Dimension Slice. This is interesting. When a monster is special summoned to your side of the field, except during the damage step, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, banish that target. If the summon is an XYZ summon, you can activate this card the turn it was set. We are playing this. It's another really great out because it's going to banish a target card of our opponent. So this is going in. Danger Thunderbird, good chance. And definitely the Link monster more than likely. But let's go and edit our current deck, and if I decide to make another deck to start playing around with other strategies, I will show you that as well. So I'll see you there. And here's the updated deck. We added in Dimension Slice, we added in Danger Thunderbird, we added in the ProtoPawn card here, and we added in the Spiral Gal Misty to our main deck. This is actually going to be pretty handy because it's another target for our Gaga Gaga Shield, which saved us a couple episodes ago when we linked it to Frequency Magician. With Spiral Gal here, she's got better defensive stats, so it could potentially save us some low level or low attack monster that would have been able to swing over our Magician. Won't be able to swing over Misty, so it's a potential way to stay alive, but we're definitely going to keep the Magician in the deck because it's a level 2 tuner and its effect is still pretty decent and can come in handy. We took out the Broken Line card and the Blizzard card and a couple other cards that I don't even remember what they were anymore at this point because they just weren't that great in comparison to the cards that we got. And then, of course, in our extra deck, we added in our Link monster. The first effect on this is actually going to be pretty useful for us. The second effect, needing a insect as a target, isn't going to come into play, but because it has to be a level 4 or lower, and all we have left in the deck is Primitive Butterfly because it's our level 5 special summon and can mix with one of our level 1 tuners still to make our Virgil here. But that is the main deck complete, and I did go ahead and craft a second deck here. I'll show you it. It's, again, more of a theme based around insects and plants, mostly plants. It just really just has, like, besides our Primitive Butterfly, we added in the Stink Bug here to go with our White Oak because they're both maturity cards. We added back in Botanical Lion here. Um, we just really cut more of the not so great fairies out of the deck. We still have a couple floating around here like this one because of its non-destructible by battle uh, effects. We have our high defense one still in here. Of course, we have our two bigger fairies in here just as insurance if we need them and we can use them. But yeah, other than that, I still think our primary deck is still better than this one. Just because the whole plant theme to this is still not that strong in comparison. Of course, we have like the ProtoPawn cards in here, but like this one really doesn't do us all that much good. It's really just in here as a target for this. So, you know, it is what it is. We're gonna play both of these decks. We're gonna at least give our plant deck here one go today at the very minimum. So let's go jump into some duels and test out the decks. All right, here we go with duel number one. We are testing out the new plant-based deck. I don't think we're gonna really get it to work all that well. Like the way that it works, it's like, yeah, it does a little bit for us. It's a small little engine, but it's not that great in comparison to our fairies. Like with our fairies, we at least have a lot more fairies in the deck to help us do what we're trying to do with it, which is summon out our Dark Lord. And like at least to that effect, we have at least better chances of summoning out Dark Lord if we draw him because we have a lot of fairies to pull still. But the plant stuff really doesn't. We don't have enough plants in our plant deck so far. But we're just gonna give it a quick test here, see what we can pull off with like a hand like this. Like what do we even do here? I guess what we'll do, I mean, depending on what we draw, but like just based off of this, like if we were going first, we would set Dimension Slice, we would bring out our Power Breaker here, and we would probably just pass turn like that. He's bringing out Dragon Knight. Okay, uh, this is like I could imagine what he's playing here, but if he's using this card really isn't the greatest card when you're playing a dragon deck. So his deck might not be the greatest thing. He's only got 5 cards in his extra deck, so that's really good news for us. Let's see what we draw. Danger Thunderbird. Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. We're not gonna do this yet. All we're going to do is summon out our Botanical Lion. We're gonna swing at him for 100 damage here. And then we're going to go to main phase 2. We're going to set Dimension Slice. And we're going to test the waters, see what else he can potentially do. I have no idea what he's doing. He literally just went to battle phase and didn't do a single thing. He must have bricked, which is good for us. So let's draw our next card here. Subaba Knight. Okay. I'm going to just go into the Power Breaker here. And we're just going to go in for a ton of damage. Go to main phase 2. I don't want to use this yet because I don't want this going away. So we're going to just pass here. Like, what is he doing at this point? Like, he's not playing anything. I know the majority of his hand is just a brick, but like, why are you going to the battle phase? If you're done with your turn, just go to the end phase. Like, stop going into battle. It's alright. Alright, we got our Naturia card here. I think we play this because that's going to boost up our Botanical Lion. We're going to change this to attack position, and we have game. Go here. Go here. And we win. So this is why Botanical Lion's pretty good. Like, if we get a lot more plant cards, he just gets better. So, really cool. Obviously, we didn't really do too much with, like, how the deck is, like, meant to work, because we didn't draw, like, cards to fuel into the engine, but it really isn't going to probably come up all that much in comparison, so it doesn't matter. We'll take the win as we can take it. All right, here is duel number 2. We are playing our normal deck now, and we haven't pulled our pack yet because I want to save that again. I just want to get these 2 duels in with the decks how they were edited before we see if we're adding more cards to them. So just going into duel 2. This hand's not bad. I think we're just going to set this and pass because as long as we don't take any sort of damage to us, that card is undestroyable by battle. So this guy is playing 8 cards in his extra deck, so that's kind of a good sign for us that he's not doing anything too crazy. He doesn't have the greatest setup. He's running a 50 card deck in total. So whatever he's trying to draw for, he's got a longer way of trying to get to it. So this is pretty good for us. I'm very curious to know what he's playing. If he's playing like some sort of like structure deck that he bought or something like that'll be good for us to a degree. If he doesn't add any extra cards to help that specific deck out, then his engine's a little bit slower, which is good for us. Synchron, junk, so maybe he's playing either like a Stardust deck or if he's playing just straight junk deck. What went in there? Nope, there's that Stardust Synchron. So yeah, he's probably playing some Stardust cards. There's the junk Synchron. He brings out the junk Synchron. He's gonna summon back his monster from the graveyard. This is probably going to be a long turn if he keeps special summoning things. So I'm just going to bring you guys back in once he's done doing whatever it is that he's doing. Brings out Junk Speeder. He's chaining some effects right now. He will get back his tuner and he'll whip out 2, 3 more cards from his deck. 4 more cards from his deck. Excellent. So far, he doesn't have an out for our set fairy. He's going to pop 1 card off the field to bring out his other card from the graveyard. He's going to activate his Stardust Synchron. He'll draw his card. He's going to go ahead and Synchro Summon into Stardust Dragon, of course. He's going to use his Stardust Dragon to Synchro Summon further into Baron de Fleur, and that is like the worst possible thing that we could have seen drop onto the field. Well, even after summoning out Baron de Fleur, it didn't matter. We'll take this victory. He ran out of time to play, and that honestly is the best outcome for us for that match, because there's basically no way that we were going to win that with him summoning out Baron de Fleur. That was basically an automatic loss for us, but we will take the victory as we can take it. So, all right, we are going to start off by opening our 5 legacy tickets and see what we get out of here first. And we'll save the better things for last. All right, pack 1. We're going gold. That's cool. Probably doesn't mean too much for us. Let's see what we got here. Legendary Flame Lord. It's a ritual monster. We would need the ritual card to summon it, and we just don't have anything for rituals right now. Fairy Witch, that's nice. None of these are anything good for our deck. Pack 2. First card is another spellcaster. Emissary of the Oasis. While a face-up level 3 or lower normal monster is on your side of the field, say no more. We're not playing any level 3 or lower normal monsters. XYZ recipe. Target 1 face-up monster you control that has a level. Special summon 1 monster with the same level as that monster from your hand. It's effects are negated. Also, its attack and defense become 0. So basically, it's just a way so we can XYZ summon. I mean, we could possibly run that. Next pack. It's already gold. We've got Curse of the Shadow Prism. It's a field spell. Each time a Shaddoll monster, say no more. We don't have any Shaddoll monsters to utilize this card. Moving on. Foolish Return. Target one card in your opponent's graveyard, shuffle it into the deck. This could be an interesting way to stop our opponent from getting something back out of the graveyard that he's trying to special summon. This this is an option. We could play that for sure. Another gold pack, interesting. Uh, return soul, activate only during the end phase. You can return up to 3 monsters destroyed this turn from the graveyard to their owner's decks. Interesting. And then we have a Blackwing card. Okay. It's a level 3 tuner. If this card is added from your deck to the hand by a card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. Cannot be used as a synchro material except for a synchro summon of a Blackwing monster. I mean, that's interesting. Obviously, we're not going to be able to use that right now because we have nothing of that going for us right now. But, you know, we'll keep it in the back of our minds, and that's alright. Zombie Tiger. Oh, this is a really old school card. Once per turn, you can either target one decayed commander you control, equip this card to that card, or unequip it and special summon in attack position. I mean, this is a very old school Union monster. I mean, its stats are pretty good, considering it's only level 3. But unless we start making a zombie deck and we just slot this in because I don't really see us using this. Psychic Tuning. Okay, select one Psychic type monster in your graveyard and special summon it in attack position. It is treated as a tuner monster. I mean, if we start pulling a lot of Psychic cards, this could be good for us, because then that card would be treated as a tuner monster. Um, I mean, it's cool and all, but so far, out of all of these packs, the only thing I really can see us using is like this XYZ recipe, maybe, and more so than not, maybe this Foolish Return to prevent our opponent from doing something from their graveyard. So, I mean, all in all, it is what it is, but we'll utilize whatever we can. It's better than nothing. Okay, we were about to pull our packs for the episode to end us out here. Again, guys, we have 24 more days to decide if we want to pull secret packs that Konami is allowing us to pull one free pack from. Again, my idea is we still have to win a game in order to swap out the master pack for the one-time free pull for a pack that the game allows us to. And we could even take it a step further where if we do implement being able to do this, maybe we have to limit ourselves uh, only pulling one pack per episode. That could even limit us further from being able to do this. Um, I think we should go ahead and do it. These packs, once the time limit is up, these options will never again pop up for us. So again, pulling one pack from a secret pack really isn't going to change our deck drastically enough to, you know, make it a big deal. So I'm not going to pull these right now. We have a couple more days. You know, we still have plenty of time to decide this rule. So I really do think that if anything, we should at least be allowed to pull from the one who serves Raw here, because this is the 25th anniversary event going on right now. I think special events like this, we definitely should be allowed to at least pull the one free pack from. Again, one pack from a secret pack is not going to detrimentally change our deck. So please leave in a comment what you guys think about this kind of ruling. But for now, let's get into our master pack. We have 2 packs that we can pull right now because we just won our 2 games. Let's go with the first pack here. See what we got. It is changing gold. That's cool. Doesn't really do us all that much, but we have a pendulum monster here. You do not pay life points to activate counter trap cards. You do not discard to activate counter trap cards. That's interesting. Pendulum 3, I mean, it's a level 4 monster. Interesting. We don't really have much to do with that. Hydra that goes with the whole water monster arc or water dragon archetype thing. Not that great. Let's see here. Mech Lord, level 1. Cannot be normal summoned set, must be special summoned by its own effect. When a face-up monster you control is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. Other monsters you control cannot declare an attack. Once per turn, you can target one synchro monster on your opponent's controls. Equip that card to this card. This card gains attack equal to the combined attack of all monsters equipped to it. You can send one monster you control that is equipped to this card to the graveyard. This card can attack your opponent. We are absolutely putting this in our deck. This is fantastic. 1000%. We have a spiritual beast. Once per turn, you can banish one ritual beast. Okay, well, we're not going to worry about that right now. We have no rituals. Patchwork Fluffle. This card also treatable as a Fright Fur monster. This card on the field can be used as a substitute for any one fusion. This isn't going to come into play. Is that a? It is a fairy though. We could add this to the deck because it is a fairy that would help us out with our fairy engine, or our fairy chances of summoning our Dark Lord. Another Pendulum, Pendulum 1, Speedroid. Once per turn, when your defense position monster is targeted for attack, you can change it to face-up attack position. Also, it cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. This is interesting. We'll have to think about that. It's not a bad effect. Scrap Recycler. And this card in your normal special summon, you can send one machine monster from your deck to the graveyard. Once per turn, you can shuffle 2 level 4 Earth machine monsters from your graveyard into the deck, draw a card. Again, we're kind of picking up some more machine cards. We could definitely make a machine deck at some point. I don't think we have enough to do it yet. Crystal Pair, we don't have Crystal Beast monsters, so we're going to skip that. Big takeaway right now is this card here going into the deck, and actually this just being a fairy monster to help us get more fairies. Definitely a option. Alright, and we get one more pack. Factory of 100 machines. Remove all Tronic monsters from your graveyard. This isn't coming into play. XYZ block. When your opponent activates a monster effect, detach one XYZ material monster you control, negate the activation, destroy that monster. We don't have enough XYZs that we're capable of summoning to worry about running this in our deck right now, so. Trap Stun. Negate all other trap effects on the field this turn. This could come in handy. This might out things like when people were fighting people that were playing like Dark Magician and they have their trap card activated. This could help us. But I'm not entirely sure if we're going to put it in the deck or not yet. Another rock monster with high defense. It's a level 4. We're probably going to put this into the deck for some defensive purposes, and it'll help us activate our one field spell again. So we have 2 uses of that spell, which is pretty good. I'm not even going to read the effect of this because it's not going to be useful. A sea eel, form repel. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. That face-up monster has its effects negated until the end of this turn. We're gonna play this. This could really help us. Ooh, a level 5, 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner fire monsters. This card gains the effect based on the number of level monsters in your graveyard. Once per turn, if this card attacks a defense position monster, it can attack once again in a row. 3, if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. I mean, this would be nice, but we don't really have Laval monsters, especially not that many. So, um, here we go. A level 4 Sea Serpent, good stats. During each of your end phase, destroy this card unless you send one Iron Core or this thing again from your hand to the graveyard. Reveal one water monster in your hand. Once per turn, you can send one of those cards from the hand to the graveyard to return one spell card from your graveyard. Yeah, this isn't this. We're not playing that. So, um, during either player's turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard and send one Bujin monster from your hand to the graveyard. You take no battle damage this turn. This is, I mean, apart from this being a really good defense for us and a level 4, the effect wouldn't really help us, but okay, well, that is it. Um, I am going to go play around with our deck and show you any changes that I make at the beginning of next episode. Again, please really think about the rule I'm proposing here for these secret packs. While they're free for us to pull one, again, one pack from each of these is not going to change our deck drastically enough. And definitely, I think we should at least pull, at the very least, the anniversary pack. But other than that, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are staying safe out there. Until next time, guys, I'm ProtoPawn. Take care. Peace.